Hi guys, if it's Tuesday, it's Down and Dirty Woodscraft. Stay with me. Okay, today guys, as you can probably will hear during the course of this, I got thunder, so we're in the middle of a rain squalls coming through, thunderheads rolling through the south. So it's springtime in the south, you can expect it. So what I want to talk about today, as I already mentioned on my Facebook channel, is that I have kind of got on the bandwagon late. Okay, for the last several years I've been carrying a Bahco Laplander sword, which is like this Bahco saw. Now I really like the saw and I'm not getting rid of it, and I had seen many people who I admire and respect had gone to a silky saw, and so I decided I might actually do that and get me a silky saw. And so I went and got this Gumboy 210 right here, which the handle locks in two positions. This one so you don't drag your knuckles, and then straight so you can do it like that. Real simple, very good. It has some strengths and some weaknesses, and I'll talk about that later in another video where I put it and the Bahco head to head. But what I want to talk about today is the fact that it doesn't lock. There is no lock to lock it closed, and it opens very easy. And these blades are extremely sharp. So it'd be very easy in a haversack for you to go in like that and it open up and you run your hand in right onto that sharp blade. Or it put a hole in your haversack or whatever. Not a good deal. So I was up in Ohio recently on a business trip, and I was talking with Dan Lutz, and he's just got him a big silky saw, and that was the first time I had used a silky saw. I knew about them, understood them, but I just didn't put the time in it. But I was impressed with it, I really was. And so for that reason, I decided to order me one. But Dan then said, quote, "Blackie, come up with some way to close this thing and make it easy to open and close, yet it'll stay closed." Well, I got looking to see if we could cut another notch. No, the hump on it is probably a ½ inch off when the closed position. There's nothing to lock to. And there were several different things I looked at trying to come up with a way. So I fell back to an old and dirty, easy way in order to make the blade stay closed. And what that is a double loop soft shackle. Okay, so let me show you what I have done. Okay, here is the double loop soft shackle that I put onto mine. What it is a length of paracord that I have gone through the grommet hole, come up, lanyard hole I should say, go through, turn and come back around and go through again. That gives you this loop right here. Okay, see how it is, you got a loop and then the other two halves are coming together. I then, having taken the inner line out of it, so this is just the outer sheath of the 550 cord so it lays relatively flat, I took a piece of that white inner line and I tied it to the cord, squeezing it, and then pulling it blood tight, I had wrapped it blood tight, let's say the last inch. And then I had fed that line through a bead, a plastic bead. Pulling it tight, I have worked and twisted it down onto that line. Okay? So under friction I can slide it, but it stays where you put it. Okay? This leaves a nice handy loop for hanging on a carabiner on a belt, or for hanging on a piece of gear, or whatever. It also provides the lock. Now here's how the lock works. You slide the bead back, you take that loop, pull the loop, pull the loop over the handle, pull it tight, and then slide the bead down. That's it. Now what's happening there is now the blade can't come out. This is captured because it's going and it's coming off the blade and then crisscrossing inside of the lanyard hole, and then it comes up and the bead keeps the tension. So this isn't going to come free riding in a pack. It will stay right there. There's a good, you know, 3/4 inch of blade above it. It won't roll up and come completely out of the way. It stays under tension right there. So just riding in the pack, it ain't gonna come loose. But to get it out, all I gotta do is slack that bead, grab it, and pull back. Out comes the blade. Put it back. I close the blade. I roll that loop back down. Do a sideways rock to pull the tension and slide the bead down. Pretty simple, huh? So that's my solution to how to lock a Silky Saw closed. Now this is a 210 Gomboy, G-O-M-B-O-Y. I've just got it. I've only got to use it like 2 or 3 times just practicing around in the yard. But thus far I'm very impressed with it. I got to play with Dan's much bigger saw for several minutes and I was very impressed with it. But we'll talk more about that in an upcoming head-to-head where I put it up against the Baco and talk about pluses and minuses. But the thing that so many people seem to say again and again is how to keep it closed. I've heard of sliding a Ranger band on. That'll work. But I want it to be able to stay on the knife, on the saw. I don't want to have to take it off and put it back on. If I'm going to do that, I'll just tie it, you know. I could very easily just put a saw shackle on here and friction fit it on, or I could come up with some sort of magnetic, or this was the simplest, cheapest, and laziest way I knew how to do it in a down and dirty way. A double loop soft shackle that locks the blade in position so it cannot come free of its own. As long as there's good friction on that bead, it ain't gonna ever walk out of there. Not in usual usage or riding in a haversack. Hope this gives you an idea, guys. Please leave any questions or comments below. And do me a favor, hit that like, share, and subscribe button before you leave. Until next time, I'm Blackie, wishing you safe journeys. Have a great day, guys.